I'm Ron, owner and director of L.T.L. Tutoring Central, and welcome to my YouTube series on good study habits. This series will include 4 videos in all, each with 3 study habits that you should try to improve your performance and make learning easier. I'm here to help, so let's get started.
Tip 1. You want to choose a location with good lighting, a firm chair and working surface, and where interruptions will be kept at a minimum. So this is when you're doing your homework or when you're studying, preparing for a test or an assignment, anytime when you're working outside of the classroom and you have a choice of where you're going to study, where you're going to learn. So make sure you have some lighting so that your eyes are not straining, you won't get overtired and a little sleepy. And that's the same reason you want a firm chair and a good working surface so that your writing or printing is much more neat. And also it just helps you to stay awake and alert and conscious while you're studying. There's nothing worse than sort of dozing off and then having to reread sentences over and over again because you've missed the meaning. And keep the interruptions to a minimum. Sometimes that's difficult when you have a house full of people, etc., but try to find a corner where there won't be a lot of interruptions to break your concentration. For the next tip, you want to create a study schedule for 1 week, allowing yourself breaks to reward yourself. At the end of the first week, make an honest assessment of how well you did and revise it if necessary. Because you want to set up a schedule that you can use for the whole semester or the whole year, and then try to stick to it for the rest of the year or the semester. Being consistent is really important. And you can use your student planner or a separate study schedule for this to put in your sports, your hobbies, when you're going to watch television perhaps or play a video game, but make sure you allow yourself time for fun, time for sports and exercise, but also time for study and time for your assignments. And I have a sheet on that you can print out from my website at www.tutoringcentral.com if you want to use that as well, or you can just make up your own. It's very easy, but do a study schedule. Here's a habit you really want to get into. Take notes. Take notes from lectures, from textbooks, from things you read on the computer. Anywhere you can, take some notes. And then review your notes at the end of each day and review your notes again for the week. And make this a rotating method of reviewing notes because short, frequent reviews are far more effective than long study sessions. When you're preparing for a test or exam, of course you might have a more intensive study session, but by then, if you've been doing this constant rotating review, you'll know most of the information already. So it will actually make your work much easier. It sounds like it might be a lot of work and a lot harder to do this, but it actually makes your work shorter and easier in the end, and your performance will be much better. So simple as this sounds, it's often the difference between fair and excellent marks. You know yourself, if someone tells you his or her phone number, you won't remember it unless you rehearse it over and over again in your mind. Or if you dial the number for several days in a row or several weeks, it will become automatic. You won't even have to think about it. Well, that's the same with any information. So short, frequent reviews are best for retaining information. Here's my contact information. There's the website at www.tutoringcentral.com, and my email is tutoringcentral@hotmail.com. And there's my Skype name, Tutoring Central. You see a theme here. And there's the blog at tutoringcentralwordpress.com. So I hope you enjoyed the first few tips. I hope you'll watch the other study tip videos and some of the other videos that are coming up soon.